Hello guys, this is Corvin and I want to show you how to do the Big Game Hunter Hardcore achievement. So for that you will have to kill King Bangalash at level 39. That means he will be 4 levels higher than you if you do it at that level, and I really recommend that you do it at that level because there's a big difference between a mob that's 4 level higher than you and a mob that's 5, 6 or even more levels higher than you. It almost becomes impossible if you're too underleveled. So yeah, wait until level 39 to do it, and then you can do it relatively safely. So the first thing you should note is that, say, the tigers and all the animals here can't follow you into the water. So there's a river right here, and if you get into any trouble, jump in it. You should also do your fighting near the river, so you can always reset in case something goes wrong. You won't be able to do that during the kiting itself much of the time, but yeah, if you're near it and there's a problem, then you can reset there. So one of the first things to keep in mind is that he can have ads at the start of the fight. Normally he doesn't have them. If he spawns normally, then he will just be by himself, but at 50% he will spawn ads. And what's important is he will only spawn them if he isn't disabled by fear, stuns, you name it. So if you're a class that has these disables, then use them if you're fighting him normally and doesn't kite him or try to cheese him or anything at 51, 52%, and make sure that he's stunned or disabled while he drops below 50%. If you do it, then he won't spawn any ads and you won't have to bother with him. And that makes him actually soloable for some classes that would be able to otherwise. If you don't have the tools in your class kit to do that, then you can do a quest in Badlands around this area here. That's a goblin that wants you to get some pearls in the Wild Reef here in Stranglethorn. And you can do that quest. It's relatively safe. You usually won't have to go near any of the elite murlocs. And after you finish that quest, then you will get an item that can fear beast for 10 seconds. So even if your class doesn't have the tools, you can get that item and use it on King Bangalash to prevent him from spawning ads. Alright, now for the kiting itself, we will kite him from his spawn point over here to Cromgall base camp. It's much faster and easier than to kite him all the way around over the bridge and along here by just going this way. So I will walk you along the path and give you some pointers what mobs you should kill and what you keep track of. So first of all, you want to clear the ogres around this path, and during the kiting itself you want to make sure not to jump down here. You might think it's a good idea because he will walk around and it's faster, but if you do that, then he will reset. At least he did for me 3 times. I had to redo the attempts a lot of times because he always despawned when I jumped straight down here while kiting him. First I thought it was because I didn't renew the leash properly, but I really think it's because he will just, I don't know, he bugs out, so don't do that. During the kiting, just run around here and kite him this way. So you want to make sure that the ogres here are cleared out completely. If there are any, kill them. If they are not, then that's fine. Maybe you want to wait until they respawn to kill them to really make sure that they don't respawn during the kiting. But even if they do, it's not that big of a problem because you can always jump into the river in this part if something goes wrong and reset him. So the second part is always make sure that the fish that can spawn here are cleared. So there can be 2 fish, one here and one here, and you want to kill them. Not only because like this you can safely reset in the water, but also because during the kiting they can aggro, and if they aggro, then the boss might reset because the fish will evade and the boss will then reset with him. So for the last part, you want to make sure that all the tigers around the kite path, like this tiger and all the invis tigers that can spawn here and on his plateau, are cleared, because he will pull nearby tigers when you kite him, and you really don't want that. Now, to make sure that you actually get the quest reward from killing him, you will have to make sure that you deal more damage to him than any of the guards. So for that you might want to stop here if King Bangalash is at 80% or higher, and you want to get him to, let's say, yeah, 75% around this mark, because when you pull him in here, the guards will attack him, but you don't stop. You run forward, and run as far in as you can, because all of those guards around here will start to attack him, and then it won't only be these two guards that attack him, but more. So this will lower the required HP amount that you will have to deal to him to get a quest reward. If like 5 or 6 guards attack him and deal roughly the same amount of damage, then probably 84, 85% will be enough to get a kill. But yeah, you might want him around 75% to make sure that you get it. So even if his ads spawn right now, because his health drops below 50% and you didn't CC him, then it won't be that much of a problem, because the guards will attack him, and if you're running from him and the guards attack him from behind, then he will get dazed, and that will slow him, and so it shouldn't really be any problems. Usually there are other players here and they might help you also, but it won't be necessary. The guards alone will be enough. If this video helped you out, or you want to see more of me doing difficult quests or explaining how they are done, then please leave a like. And if you want to see some quests in particular, then leave a comment down below what you want to see. And with that, I hope you have a nice day and see you soon.